I had my heart set on 3 records on record store day. Did I snag them, or did I end up waiting 3 hours in the cold and rain for nothing? So I hit the road for one of my favorite Portland record stores at 6 a.m. Saturday morning in hopes of scoring 3 holy grails to add to my collection. The only problem is, by the time I arrived, there was already a line around the block. Apparently people started lining up at like 4 a.m. So when I got to the end of the line and started my 3-hour wait, I have to admit I started feeling a pretty big sense of doubt. As you probably already know, many of the record store day selections are very limited, and with the exception of Taylor Swift, record stores had very low quantities of the records that I was after. In this video, I'm going to show you what I was able to pick up on record store day. But first, I just want to shout out Jackpot Records. Jackpot is easily one of my favorite record stores in Portland. The people that work there are super cool, helpful, approachable. The store is clean. The inventory is well curated. Every time I go in there, there's a fresh selection of new arrivals. Their wall vinyl of higher end stuff is always stocked with new cool records, and record store day was no exception. The staff was well organized. They were helpful. They were friendly. It was obvious it wasn't their first rodeo. About 20 minutes before opening, they came out and let us know what to expect and what the ground rules were going to be, like 1 copy of a release per customer, which I really appreciate. You didn't have to worry about scalpers or resellers scooping up all the records and putting them up on eBay or Discogs for twice the price. I guess they let about 20 people or so in at a time. When one person exited, another person could enter, so it was never overly crowded. When you got to the front of the line, the person there at the door asks you what you're looking for and tries to direct you to that so that, when you get inside, you're not staggering around trying to find a needle in a haystack. It just keeps the line moving, keeps things really efficient, and is really helpful for the customers. Just to be clear, this video is not sponsored by Jackpot. I just like to give credit where credit is due. And I just like to recognize when I have a great experience or discover a great service or product, because it's such a rare commodity these days. So bravo, Jackpot. I also met these 2 great guys while waiting in line, and getting to chat with these guys about records and music was actually a super fun way to pass the time. The line was actually super social. I think everyone was just excited to be there, especially considered how the last 3 years have gone. It was just nice to be outdoors and, with people like you, a whole bunch of idiots just standing around waiting to get into a store to buy outdated media to listen to their music on. Once you get inside, you feel a little like a kid in a candy store. All these great exclusive records on the walls. And as you pick off the ones you want, it's almost like an Easter egg hunt. It could not have been more fun. Okay, but was my trip to Jackpot in vain? Of course not. I was able to score this Bill Evans Treasures solo trio and orchestra recordings from Denmark, 1965 to 1969. Limited to what the website says is 4,000 copies, but that is clearly not the case because mine is copy 6,228 of 7,550. So who's right, this record or the website? I don't know, but still a very rare commodity. This is a set of never before released recordings of jazz pianist Bill Evans, taped with excellent sound quality, either live or in Danish TV and radio studios in the mid to late 1960s. According to the hype sticker, Treasures is truly a holy grail discovery being released for the very first time as a limited edition 180-gram 3 LP set. The beautifully designed package includes previously unpublished photos, insightful liner notes, and interviews. Man, I dig Bill Evans. I mean, everybody digs Bill Evans. And it is really a treat to have this newly discovered music on wax and presented in this beautiful gatefold with incredible photography. There's the back. I cannot wait to spin this and provide you all with a full review. But you don't have to wait, because at the end of this video will be a playlist of my record store day reviews. So check that out if you're interested in knowing more about this record. All right, so that's 1. So, I got out of there with 1 of my holy grails. Really, I shouldn't get greedy. And here's 2. This is Eric Dolphy, Musical Prophet, the expanded 1963 New York studio sessions. Again, I think the website says this is limited to 2,000, but mine is number 2,848 of 4,000. So I don't know where they're getting these numbers, but still, obviously this is still super limited. If I haven't already said it on this channel, Eric Dolphy is one of my all-time favorite musicians. This release includes 2 previously released albums, Conversations and Iron Man, plus 85 minutes of bonus material, mostly if not all alternate takes from the Conversations and Iron Man sessions. It also includes a 20-page insert with unpublished photos, memorabilia, essays, and interviews. Bobby Hutcherson, another one of my favorite artists, appears on here as well. And this is just a beautiful presentation. I think a great way to own these records if you don't have them already. Maybe even if you do already have them, get this just for the booklet and the photos and the interviews. I mean, I cannot wait to crack this baby open. Like this is just beautiful. Again, for a full review, wait till the end of this video. All right, so that's 2. I mean, surely there's no way I could have got all 3. That would just be an embarrassment of riches. That would just be pure greed. To walk out of there with 3 holy grails, well, I'm greedy. This is Charlie Parker, the Long Lost Bird live Afro Cubop recordings. That's a mouthful. 2 180-gram LPs featuring 18 selections from Charlie Parker. All these recordings are from the late 40s and early 50s, from venues such as Carnegie Hall, Birdland in New York, the Jubilee in Los Angeles, and the Portland Civic Auditorium. What? I'm from Portland? I missed that one. These are tunes focused on experiments in Afro-Cuban fusion, and Parker is joined by a dazzling array of jazz legends, including Dizzy Gillespie, Milt Jackson, Art Blakey, Woody Herman, Stan Kenton, Red Rodney, and many others. And this one includes an essay by rock keyboardist Keith Emerson. All these tracks have appeared previously on other records, but this is the first time they've been gathered together in one package. This one is supposedly limited to 2,500 copies, and one of the guys at Jackpot said that this was the only one that they received there. Not sure if that's true, but it makes the whole experience feel more epic if it is. And guess what? I also have a full review of this record on my channel. The playlist will pop up at the end of this video so that you can check that out if you want, which is happening in about 30 seconds. This was my first experience with Record Store Day, and I'm already looking forward to an epic 2024. What about you? Are you a Record Store Day buyer? Did you get everything you wanted this year? And which records were your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.